they literally don't even care enough to hide it anymore. It's like just mad.
You're getting there. You're getting there, Ethan. You're figuring it out. They don't care.
So, I mean,
he's finally figuring it. That is the first breakthrough. Maybe I'm wrong. Remember when I blamed him for not understanding who Hasan is? That is a sign right there that he actually honestly didn't know. They don't even care. Exactly.
I think he was just born the year after me. So.
I know you guys are sick of Hasan H3, and I am too, don't worry. But I don't know how I can get around, at least get held up. But I do have other stuff. So do stick around. But yeah, there's no other way to put it. Let's watch this live. This is kind of incredible and not at the same time. Optimus hitting the big 4-0. Better you than me.
We don't talk about
5% difference. Oh,
Twitch got banned.
No, it's not.
The Twitch stream got banned.
How is 5% 10%? Do you think 1 + 2 is 5?
Because
Jews talking about money. Oh my God, so stereotypical.
Are you serious? Do you want me to explain?
No, don't explain.
That was always the extra layer of humor to me about the whole 5% meme.
Take that 5%.
Is that whatever the hell her name was, she doesn't know how to do math.
He takes that 5%.
Yeah, it wasn't 5%.
I'm sorry to interject, but the Twitch stream is gone.
It already got banned?
Got banned?
Yeah.
What's the reason?
Well, I can't see.
Well, let me go on the back end and see.
Yeah, that is genuinely...
Right before we went on air, I said it's going to get banned super fast.
I don't care, but it's genuinely pathetic to me.
Kind of funny, yeah.
For showing terrorism, probably.
Yeah, well, I'd love to know.
Let's not speculate. I can give you the real answer in just a moment. Give me a second.
Like people do reruns. I don't think we violated any rule.
No.
Well, let's see.
The guy you did the video on was the one that said shit that's like a promotion of terrorism, and he stays on. You do a hit piece pointing that out, and the guy, you get banned for the stuff that he said that you're trying to point out. That's funny.
How dare you glorify this?
Yeah, you're glorifying. We have a policy against glorify
extreme violence.
Yeah. It's your guy that's doing it. Unbelievable.
The rerun should be fine.
They're just babies, and they're defending Hasan. And
it's deeper than that. They're not babies. Look, because I consider myself on the right, and I see left-wing people using things like race and class, and everything's a fucking excuse, and I think everybody's sick of it, regardless of their race or class to a certain extent, right? Or LGBTQ stuff. I am absolutely confident in thinking that they are anti-Semites that are pro-terrorism. I really am. I'm totally comfortable saying that. I noticed I was the first guy that said they were terrorist sympathizers. And I don't know if I was hyperbole. It was just something I suspected. I am absolutely sure of it now. I mean, it's just like the band that shook the world. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. That's what the AI came up with, Cal. I mean, come on. I'm not that creative. But I mean,
it was pretty. Yeah. It did shake a lot of people up because of how quickly it happened and got denied. But yeah. I'm also kind of curious on what you think. Like, how do you think they thought they could have gotten away with this?
I think it's more trial balloons. I think they do it and they measure it like, okay, it's reached the threshold of we have to put it back. It's trial balloons. Like, here's the thing. It even got reviewed and rejected, which is probably automated. Exactly. But that's not supposed to be automated. So that's fraudulent on their part, right? If anything, his video he made covering his one-day ban was hilarious. I think they meet. I think no. There's the threshold. It's fascinating how Dan Clancy must be. Dan Clancy is probably a monster, more than likely. And I actually when he did the stuff with, like, you know me, like, most people are just really uncomfortable. Like, I got news for you. Everybody, all you young guys, you're going to be 50 one day if you're lucky, and you're still going to want to look at tits. And guess what? You're not going to want to look at girls your own age. You're going to want to look at girls in their 20s and maybe 30s and 40 if they're hot 40. You know what I mean? That doesn't change. It never goes away. Your old 90-year-old grandpa still likes to see a nice set of tits. That's just the way it is. That's human nature. Now, with young people today, and pretty much when I was a kid too, although it seems more criminal today, that expression of sexuality is creepy. And in certain cases, it can be, right? They could, like, if you were my age and constantly gooning, as the kids say nowadays, it might be a sign, right? So when I saw Dan Clancy stuff and they had, twice he was checking out all the, looking at all the pretty girls, I really didn't think too much of it. So what? He likes to look at a pretty girl. He's an old, ugly guy. So what? But then I started thinking about that. I go, would that happen to me? The only time I ever fucking go, right, I'm going to be 100% on it, is here. when nobody's around, when I want to see a nice set of jumbo. You never find it on my phone. You'd never, if I was in the Army, we never went to those sites. Like, and I'm starting to think, like, he's probably a monster. He's probably a monster. When Tommy said goose, he means mobster henchman. Yeah. More normally I would, but that's a new one. But pizzle lips. Yeah, but I mean, when I said the Jessica thing, I mean, that's just like one uncomfortable fucking kind of lousy thing I did to be funny. It's not like that I do that every day. Miss Jessica Pizzle Lips. I apologize to her for that. I don't think anybody knows that. I think I did anyway. I think I did. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, all right, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't really to throw him on the bus, but now with the supporting this guy no matter what, with the girls on his phone, with the fact that he doesn't seem to take any kind of or acknowledge this stuff, and how plastic and phony he is in public. Remember when they asked him about the Dr. Disrespect stuff, and he was just like, I don't know. Yeah. What do you think happened to Dr. That's a sign of being super plastic. That's a sign of somebody who, I don't know, kind of uses other people. So I think that stuff actually was legitimate to submit, I mean, to be fair, Jeannie's color palette is worse. What? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
Did I ever goon to Sarah Michelle Gellar in the 90s? No, I didn't find her super hot. And I got to be honest with you, I probably goon more now because I was in the game.
I know what it is.
What?
I know what it's referring to. Yeah,
Tommy apologized for his kill crash out. Don't alert. Yeah, I did apologize to her. I think. I'm apologizing to the public. Fuck off. That's why I said something obnoxious. It was a lousy thing to say to her, though. Whatever. I was drunk and I thought it'd be funny, and it wasn't. Well, it was funny, but not for the reasons I wanted it to be. One time we tuned. No, I gooned when I was a teenager, like 13, 14, 15, But once, like in the 90s, looking at girls on TV and get all worked up seems like beneath me. It was a funny, epic internet moment. Yeah, it was. If I had to do it over again, I wouldn't.
I enjoyed it.
But anyway, I'm getting way off topic. Dan Clancy.
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm starting to think the guy's a fucking creep. Like it's stone creep. Like I'm probably a monster. I think all the signs are there. All like, can you say it for sure? Not 100%. I don't think looking at pretty girls on your phone makes you a bad person. I think it makes you a normal heterosexual adult. But it's like anything. Like you can go out and have a couple beers, and you could be a fucking alcoholic. Sex is like anything else. It falls into that category. So the fact that he doesn't mind looking like a screaming hypocrite is concerning to me. Unaffordable.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
So this fucking picture is a little interesting too, because if I had to guess, this was taken in the 90s, because this kind of shit was multicultural movement and stuff like that. That is more than likely him in college. It's probably how he still sees himself. Unfortunately for him, he looks like this. He's got like greasy long hair to boot.
Yeah, that's one that
Well, you know,
it is-
I told you about Einstein, right? I told you about Einstein, right?
Yeah,
And
yes,
the story of my wife. I'm like, hey, we'll go see Einstein. She's like, I hate that guy. I was like, why? Because he's like 50 years old. He's still looking for young, right? And I'm like, well, good for him. And he's like, that makes you a loser. I still had a single guy's outlook at the time. I was in my early 30s, but now I do look at guys that aren't married different in their 40s. Not in their 30s so much, because I didn't get married to my 30s, and nobody gets married in their 20s anymore because nobody can afford it. But I kind of get it now. And I think the reason my wife was hypersensitive to it is because when she was a young girl in Wiesbaden, you know, she had to deal with creeps.
Yeah, Ethan's email.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me check my email.
Because it's your account. Oh, your account is currently suspended. To view more information about your
Here, I got
enforcement,
it.
file an appeal. Okay.
Oh my God! It got banned for encouraging or glorifying extreme violence.
Whoa.
That's
fucking.
Wow.
That's Hasan's content that's on your platform that he didn't get in trouble for. Holy fuck!
Interesting.
Whoa!
Look at Ethan.
You guys
That's a
don't believe me?
manual
Look at
ban
this.
too.
I mean, I believe
Screenshot it
you.
and we can pull it up.
Is it safe to show?
Are you sure? Oh, wait. Before.
Come on, show
sure.
it to Dan first.
Weighs a lot of shit ton of weight. Looks great.
Okay. He says so.
Okay.
I have the button. Uh-huh.
Encouraging or glorifying extreme violence. That is unbelievable.
Encouraging or glorifying extreme violence. Yes, that's it.
Wow.
How
Okay,
long
that's
is the ban?
Well, it
pretty
it should be
cut and
only a day ban, right? In theory.
Well,
In theory,
In theory.
it should be no ban because it's his content.
Guys, I got a 30-day ban.
You're never not going to tell me these people aren't anti-Semitic. I'm sorry. I don't like using that language any more than anybody else does. I'm sorry. They hate Jews.
30-day, and I didn't even say 30-day
I think this has already been overturned, by the way.
ban. I mean, it was worth it to do this just for this. I'm surprised that they're this pathetic.
yeah, because
I
that's
genuinely am too.
Yeah, they're not hiding it anymore. If they only hide it if they have to.
a manual ban too, for sure. Like that's not an automatic thing.
Yeah, how can you decide that I'm promoting?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was going to get banned for just being spammy because it's
They're not beating the allegations over how to Twitch and how much money they just like Jews. Not beating the allegations. They don't care if you know. That's my point, Clay. They don't care if you know how much they hate them.
a 1.5 hour video that's just playing on a loop. So that
I mean, do you really think if Capcom didn't bitch about them putting that racist tier list together, that they would have done anything? They wouldn't have done anything. And I think when it actually came out and went viral was like a month or two afterwards. They don't care. They don't give a fuck, bro.
like they could have just said that
I genuinely
and like sidestepped any.
Yeah. Medine, do you remember? They had the Capcom signs in the background while they had the tier list. And Capcom only gave a shit when Capcom got shit.
Having egg on their face.
I
That's wild.
genuinely
Yeah, Capcom eventually bitched about it.
and sincerely hope that anyone that cares about this story talks about the fact that me showing the content nuke on Twitch got me banned for 30 days for encouraging or glorifying extreme violence, for showing a clip of what Hasan does regularly on Twitch unpunished.
He makes a video about somebody glorifying violence and terrorism on Twitch only to be banned. It is kind of funny, It's got a real sort of a blood sports feel to it, because I remember because that was a right-wing wacko crowd. What they would do is if you challenged them, then they would go after you with, like, if you had ever said the N-word regardless of context. This is like context matters, guys. People that don't care about using the N-word under any circumstances. and they would report you. They would use those same tools to get you out. I remind during the blood sports era, that was not uncommon.
Who, by the way, Hasan, who got banned for 1 day for saying kill a sitting elected official.
1 day afterwards.
What the fuck?
It's a message to you, don't fuck with us. That's what it was. Like trying to make sense of it or playing the hypocrisy game is what's really absurd. They want you to shut the fuck up and allow them to continue the anti-Semitism uninterrupted. It's that simple. There is no way around it.
They literally don't even care enough to hide it anymore. It's like just mad.
You're getting there. You're getting there, Ethan. You're figuring it out. They don't care.
So, I mean,
he's finally figuring it. That is the first breakthrough. Maybe I'm wrong. Remember when I blamed him for not understanding who Hasan is? That is a sign right there that he actually honestly didn't know. They don't even care. Exactly. Do you see the Trump thing? With the
which
kid
one?
With the kid with cancer, they wouldn't even stand up for him. Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Oh God,
that's unbelievable. That's what you're dealing with. It used to be wackos like that wrote articles. They were on college campuses. Now they're actually sitting powerful politicians.
Wow, that's fucking mad. I'm blown away. I'm actually blown away.
Trump thing. Yeah, fair enough, Lynn.
Politics aside, what's going on at Twitch? Like how they decide their bans makes no fucking sense ever. It's weird.
It's always been a mess over there.
It makes perfect sense.
Throw it on the pile, I guess.
That account has not been banned in at least a couple of years. I know they take that.
Even, let's pretend I'm wrong and it's a snafu, all right? And it's possible. Unlikely, I think, but possible. You couldn't even blame me for feeling the way I do about this, that it's honest to goodness, good old-fashioned anti-Semitism. It's all there. So even if this is some kind of fluke, there's no, anybody that would, and that's the let's pretend that's the reality. It's a fluke, slip through the cracks, whatever, this whole thing. Giant mistake, which is what they always say. Oh, it was an error on our side. Sorry, we'll get you back up as soon as possible. When people bitch. This is similar. This is what all the social media companies, this is all the games they play. You can't even blame me or anybody else that feels that way. At this point, it's happening too much.
Got into account when banning. So let's see, you've been banned for a day or a week.
I don't recall ever getting an enforcement action on our Twitch account.
On that, no, that account's always been a good saying. The only thing that happened is that when we ended our contract and moved to YouTube, they pouted and cried and acted so pathetically immature that they demonetized our entire channel. Yeah, they departnered us.
Right. They did that to Ninja, I recall.
Yeah, they did that to Ninja too. I was like, that is so pathetic, And we had a really nice working relationship with them too. It's just fucking.
Now, somebody did say guaranteed it's a mass user reporting of the stream, which should be fixable. I think to be totally fair, we should appeal it. Yeah, we should.
And it, by the way, I think I have it. If I don't, let's get it up there. They rejected the appeal.
Yeah.
So you might say that's automated. That's not supposed to be automated if it is. There's no point in making an appeal to an automated system.
Appeal it, because it could have been an automated ban to just give the benefit of the doubt here.
And I think that's it. I think it was started by those guys. But the fact that I'm sorry, they're responsible.
But how do they decide 30 days and that it was for promoting?
You're a Jew. How about that? How's that grab you? I love the fact that he gets it from the left.
Violence.
I mean, if that's what it was mass reported for.
You need to log in, Dan, to appeal.
Yeah, this is a move like Ralph's fan base used to do, like when he was out of control. This is the same kind of move. It's a blood sports move.
Was telling me I can't log in because of. Well, I'll figure it out.
Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because if you wish to appeal, please sign in to. Oh, there's a special appeal.
That's so scary.
I think it gives me that prompt when I try and sign in. So let me try it that way.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay.
All right. Yeah, here we go. Appeal portal.
Holy fuck, though. That is a really
Okay, I'm in. Here we go. Encouraging or glorifying extreme violence received
got
on this
warned.
day. Huh?
Wait, hold on. We got warned at 117. Politics and sensitive social issues.
I'm warning
We got warned for politics and sensitive social issues for showing Hasan's content on Twitch.
If politics are wrong on that channel, they should ban the whole thing, the whole channel, shut it down. That's all they talk about over there.
1:17 p.m. Then at
Especially if it's
So
sensitive
their argument
too.
is going to be probably
Sensitive politics. What the fuck does that mean?
that we weren't in the politics
Politics that are
category.
sensitive. There
Because
you
I
go.
know that's
Who is this guy? Was he Northern European? He looks it.
politics. We weren't under any category.
Hasan is never in that category whenever he streams.
he's not. I thought
No,
he
he
was.
doesn't.
Just chatting.
No, just chatting.
Really?
They invented it and
Okay,
So he also got clipped for being wrong category. No one ever gets fucking banned for that. Wow, whoa, we were. I mean, how many times have we seen like guys bullshitting and they have Overwatch as a category? Unbelievable. So that's what they're not that yeah, you could talk about, but you have to be in the right category. But see, everybody goes to just chatting. It happens on Kick too, just to be safe. When is the last time anybody ever got banned, disciplined in any way for being in the wrong cat?
So here's another tick towards it potentially be mass reporting, because I know that this is something people do oftentimes, is that there is also a
I let Trust Tommy C to run Twitch fairly. I'm mad Elon Musk that shit.
separate warning here. Live stream emergency. We're concerned about your well-being. In order to protect your privacy and community, we've removed the content.
that's not what they
Isn't
said.
that like reporting self-harm kind of thing?
Probably. That's a
Why would they
classic.
say they removed
Right.
the content there, and then I have you got
Well,
a
I see
warning
both
for
reasons here in the back end.
So anyway, I got warned at 117 for politics and sensitive social issues, and then we got banned for 30 days at 3 o'clock for encouraging or glorifying extreme violence. That's
All right.
utterly fucking
And it's
mad.
also a huge account. Like
That's it. It's not like a random nothing. Like that count has hundreds of thousands of followers.
It had like 600,000.
So like
followers.
there's no shot that somebody didn't manually review that. 600,000 follower account getting automatic 30-day ban? I don't think so.
Well, again, just
Yeah, you know, he's got a good point. It's something like a 30-day ban, something of that magnitude, that could only be approved by upstairs. Because they probably allow these, I guarantee the banners have a thing, anything over this certain amount of time, somebody in upper management's got to hear it. And that means somebody in upper management fucking approved it. Don't tell me they don't, like, any account that's followed over this many times, it comes up to here. But if it's accounted with, like, if it's a 10 follower Andy, yeah, then you can cut it. Then you give them what you want.
to go through the paces here, and to be fair to them, I suppose, let's appeal. What should I put in my appeal message?
Just say
a dick pic.
Why isn't Hasan banned if I am?
I feel like that we should be more like.
What do I need to say? It's fucking like, why am I banned? I showed Hasan's fucking footage from Twitch.
I do not think my account should have been suspended for this reason.
By the way, this is excellent radio. I have to hand it to him. This is very well done. It's like really exciting radio.
The content being shown was a criticism showing.
No.
Okay.
Doing too much.
Okay.
Why am I being banned for showing footage that was broadcast on Twitch?
Why am I being banned for showing footage that was originally broadcast on Twitch?
Unpunished.
Unpunished.
By a major creator.
By a large creator. Okay. Anything else?
I mean, that's it. Also, add Dan Clancy's a creep.
I think we'll probably get. You win more with what's the expression? Honey than vinegar, you know?
And KKK Clancy.
All right, I'm appealing. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
This is like the most unbelievable self-own of all time.
Again, if they had just put like, we don't allow like spammy content on the platform.
Because they do. That we're not violating any rules.
There you go. Let's see. Do we know? I got to find out. I got to do some investigation on who Yeet is. I'm interested. LSF reacts. At this point, I got to believe Dan Clancy's in love with Hasan. It's clear that he's doubling down on the favoritism. Yeah. You got a 30-day game for showing Hasan's content, but didn't get banned for making it in the first place. That's hysterical. It is. That guy's right. $50.
For
They literally
STS donated $15. They've literally talked about this stuff before. Remember that Twitch email stating to escalate to exclude Twitch partner prior to any bans?
That's right.
It's quite literally how they operate.
There's no way I'm wrong. There's no way I'm wrong. They're bigots, like legit ones. This is not like, yeah, Trump's racist. Well, how's he racist? And nobody can find an answer. What else could it be? Like, I'm running out of, look, going to bigotry first is a good excuse. It's just an easy out for 90% of things. What else could this be? Oh, you're probably allowed to be Jewish on the platform. That's no problem, but don't be pro-Israel. Don't be the wrong kind of Jew. And I know that from being a soldier. The left only likes you if you're disgruntled and defeated in a war that they didn't like. Now, if you're a hero and if you end up going to goddamn Ukraine and getting your arm blown off, then you'll be a fucking hero. I wouldn't have some fucking witch in Newark Airport asking me why I joined the Army and then bringing over a kid. Can you talk to my son about your decision to join the Army? Sure. Dumbest thing I ever said. You're going to die. Why are you doing it? It seems very stupid. So I look over at the mother to say, well, she's going to tell her kid that's out of line. No, she didn't. And the kid just sat there and called me stupid for 30 minutes while I had to wait for my plane. That's what she wanted. It's probably a setup. That's what my dad thinks. Yeah, my dad thinks. Yeah, it happened to me in Newark Airport when I was going to AIT between basic training. This woman comes, can you talk to my son about your decision to join the military? It's really interesting to me. And the kid comes over to me. He's like, I guess, a little older Tommy, like 11 or 12, and just starts calling me an idiot. And she's just there smiling while he does it. Doesn't correct him once. You know, that's who we're dealing with. H3 getting banned for showing clips taken directly from Twitch is hilarious. It's very clear that he's doubling down on favoritism. I think it's indefensible. The indefensible part is they gave him a 30-day ban for showing Hasan's own words. Yeah. At this point, I gotta believe Dan Clancy's in love with Hasan. There's something very wrong with Twitch. Their CEOs, especially their moderation team. You think? The bans are inconsistent. Sometimes they don't even exist. And worst of all, this isn't even a new thing. No, nothing about this is new. That's why you got to root for Kick, stream on Kick. Twitch has been doing selective enforcement for years. I'm sure you can find examples where streamers are getting treated too harshly, some getting a slap on the wrist, some not even getting banned at all. Yeah, it just depends on who you are. If you're the right kind of soldier, if you're the right kind of Jew, if you're the right kind of black guy. You think, because I don't believe for a minute, like you could have a Black Rush Limbaugh on Twitch. Not for a second. Yeah. You knew it was going to happen, Lol. The Twitch is going to light their own TS on fire and outright scream from a mountain that they have erroneous? Was that the right? I said that right? Erroneous?
Egregious.
Egregious, excuse me. Sorry. Egregious bias that favors specific streamer. It is really a bold move. That's bold, all right. 100% sure Twitch ignores this one completely and doesn't give a response. Had they responded, this is beyond parody. I don't have my glasses on. Leave me alone. Elon Musk tweeting about the content nude is very funny. The double standard is not just unreal, it's so real. It makes no sense. It makes perfect fucking sense. You know what it is? You have all these sort of right-wing people that don't want to go to their bigots because they're constantly, because people on the right are constantly accused of being a bigot, and they don't want to go there because they don't want to like become the SJW, become the knee-jerk liberal, become the leftist. No, it's it. Yeah. Like, we're here. It's there. Racism exists. So does anti-Semitism. It's a real thing. And hey, go do some research on anti-Semitism in the Soviet Union. There's plenty of it. If you actually believe, and there are people that believe this, because liberals never like to be shown that they can be just as bigoted, just as hateful as anybody in the right. They think they're exempt of it from somehow. It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Check. People on the left can be really hateful and terrible. And murdering Nazi-like people as well. Chinese, Soviets, all through Eastern Europe, South America, you name it. Ethan wonders if Hasan told Dan Clancy to unban him because they looked cartoonishly evil and dumb. The appeal was denied, stating a member of the team had thoroughly reviewed it. And I have no choice to believe that's true because of what Verst tweeted before. They said, after you got a certain amount, that's going to go up a chain. Cognitive dissonance. It's not cognitive dissonance. They know they're doing it. It's trial balloon. The problem is the backlash is too much, and they flipped it.